Hello everyone, my name is Victor. In this episode, I'm drawing in my sketchbook that I started a year and a half ago. Because I draw in several sketchbooks, filling them up takes a long time. I'm using a D&S A5 Hahnemuhle sketchbook. It's got a solid thread stitching, making the turning of the pages smooth and easy. The paper's got a fine non-slip surface with superb abrasion properties. This makes it ideal for pencil drawing. Even so, I tried it out with a pen and watercolor and it works fine. Because it's got 140 GSM, it is suitable for wet media. I was keeping this sketchbook as an art journal, but I couldn't commit to complete it. Sometimes I was filling the pages of the journal days in a row. Sometimes I would forget. I'm not committed to keeping a journal, but this habit would help me practice drawing every day. What to sketch is always a question that I'm asking myself. Sometimes it doesn't involve creativity at all, just to practice drawing. I might follow some tutorials on how to draw or paint things, but I want to create something unique. There are also many prompts on the internet about what to draw. Reading a book about sketching as a journal the other day, I stumbled upon a prompt for sketching. Ticket stubs, flyers, maps, and other ephemera make a great subject for documenting. Then you can draw around them or over them to create beautiful designs in your sketchbook. I'm reluctant to use collage, especially in this sketchbook that is thread stitched. One reason is that the glue might bleed through the page, or over time it can react with the paper either of the sketchbook or the glued item. Then the book itself gets fatter and doesn't close properly. Or the fact that I'm drawing less on that page and I feel kind of guilty. Anyway, I wanted to document these artifacts of what I was doing in September 2020, and if it would be a prompt, I would classify them as paper things found on my desk. I will just go over them quickly. A ticket stub from Botanical Garden of Bucharest. Some promotional sticky cards for kids from Mega Image chain store. My older daughter is collecting these stickers now. She is sticking them in a book that contains recipes that are associated with Disney tales. For example, the chapter about Ratatouille cartoon explains the recipe of ratatouille. These sticky cards contain a character from that story. The recipes are very well explained and can be done at home. Maybe we will try out some of them. Another one is a ticket stub and a toy passport for completing different activities by kids at Comic Opera for children. It is very close to our home. My older daughter enjoys spending time over there. Activities such as visiting a butterfly garden in a large tent with tropical plants, a butterfly nursery with all the stages of their development, from caterpillar to cocoon. Another tent is with carnivorous plants. Kids can take a ride on a mini boat on an artificial river. What happens behind the scene in terms of sound and light is shown in other activities. Riding a mini electrical car on a route with traffic rules is also among them. There are also many art and craft workshops. My daughter chose to paint on a plaster sculpture of Jasmine from Aladdin. Then she sewed a stuffed cat head. Also she colored in a kind of calendar of moon phases and a map with mountains and seas of the moon. The art instructor for the moon calendar is very passionate about astronomy. She explained a bunch of interesting facts about the solar system. She also guides the kids at the astronomical club beside the astronomical observatory. What about maps? These are also fun to draw. The map of the Botanical Garden of Balchik in Bulgaria. It contains the historical buildings on the routes of visiting. At the beginning of September, me, my parents and my daughter went for a couple of days to the seaside in Bulgaria. Jezerets is the village we stayed in. The guest house we stayed in was very nice, with a garden full of flowers and herbs. Our hosts were very hospitable and gave us fruits from their garden every day. And when we left, they gave us as a present 3 pots, one with a hot chili plant, one with a basil plant, and one with an apartment plant. Coarse stone paved the street where we lived. Stone fences surrounded the low stone houses on our street. Trees with pears, quinces, and figs flowed over the fences full of fruit. Our accommodation was on the edge of that village. After that, continue a vegetable field. It was a very quiet place. You could only hear birds chirping and crickets at night. There were so many crickets that they filled the street at night and even reached our room. We could reach the beach by car in 15 minutes on a gravel road and vegetable fields on both sides. Or we could reach it by car on an asphalt road by longer route in about 15 minutes to the next village called Krapets. We chose the longer route as the first one was dusty and bumpy, and the beach in Krapets looked nicer. The beach had a white and fine sand. It was quite empty. We also chose to go in the middle of the week to avoid crowds. The crowds on weekends are not so high compared to the resorts with mass tourism. The beach stretches hundreds of meters along the sea. Trees and wild vegetation grows behind it. It is not affected by constructions and it is in a natural state. There is only a beach bar. Along the beach towards the land there were caravans and tents. Lying on the beach is not my cup of tea. To me it is more a hassle. I need to apply a total block sunscreen on me and my daughter twice or more. To plant the beach umbrella, to carry all the stuff. To be careful to always be in the shade as the sun doesn't burn me. I had some sunburn and don't like to sit in the sun. When we left, on our way back to Bucharest, we stopped in Balcic to visit the palace of Queen Maria and the surrounding botanical garden. When we arrived, it was drizzling, but after we just began our tour, it started pouring. To not get soaked, we sheltered in the greenhouse with cactus plants for half an hour. It is a very impressive collection of cactus plant species, which we admired more carefully. But the rain didn't stop, so we decided to leave. It bucketed down all the way back to Bucharest. What's more, the GPS showed another way back, which confused me a bit. It was a nice vacation, especially after half a year when I never left Bucharest. I was able to go to the seaside and to chill out. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope you are doing well. Goodbye everyone. See you in the next video. Bye.